guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany and you're watching Today we're back with another Shop My Stash video. I upload these weekly, either on Monday or Tuesday. This is my nude drawer. Last week from the nude drawer we pulled this highlighter. We'll talk about that when we get to the highlighter drawer. And this mascara, we'll talk about that when we get to the mascara drawer. This week from here, I know I want to pull this. This has been in here forever. It's the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage. I think it's like a foundation. I'm going to use it as a powder over top of my foundation that I'm going to pull this week, just to give it extra coverage. So we're going to pull this one. And then I think that I'm going to pull this, just because I always go back and forth between two eyeliners. This Pixie eyeliner. There's a felt tip on one side, and it looks really chunky, so I'm kind of scared of it. And then there's the kohl one on that side, and I don't have a black kohl eyeliner right now. So yeah, we're gonna pull that. And that's all for the Everything Face. It is in a highlight, blush, bronzer, contour. Okay, so let's start off with primers. So I used this primer, and it actually worked for that foundation that has not worked for anything else that I thought about decluttering. So yes, gonna pull that every time with that foundation. It's just a good brightening, just a good staple primer. We're gonna put that one back. I don't think that I thought about this. Let's see. Let's pull out this. The Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. It's a little sample. I think I have enough to last me through the week. If not, honestly, I just want to pull this one again. So I'll try to use this one up. If I use it up, then I'll start on this one. So we're going to pull those two. And then for foundations, and I also, so with this one, I used the Sephora primer mask, and I'll insert that right here. That did not work for this foundation. I've tried this with that foundation, it didn't work. I've tried this with this foundation, it didn't work. It didn't work to the point where I was thinking about decluttering it. I have oily combination skin. This will, in the summertime, make you have oily skin like through your makeup in about 3 hours. I don't know if it's because there's a lot of ingredients in here, but I also find that I don't think that it would work good for dry skin, just because it does settle in like textures and fine lines. But with that primer, I didn't notice that as much. However, I did notice like being oily in 3 hours. So I'm going to save this one probably for the winter time, but I don't have to declutter it, so that's always good. And I'm going to change it out for this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I really like this foundation. I have a training coming up, and so I want to look your best, but I feel like this doesn't give me the amount of coverage that it's comparable to the Too Faced Peach Perfect down there, but not the amount of coverage. So I pulled that new product for powder to hopefully give me more coverage, if that makes sense. So yeah, love this. We're gonna pull this. And then for moisturizers, we're going to keep in this. This is the Pharmacy Honey Drop moisturizer. Honestly, I just feel like this breaks me out. Yeah, I really do think that this is the cause of breakouts, but I mean, it's not that big, and I don't like to declutter, so I'll probably just use this up because it's not that bad. It's just like my skin has been better. So we're going to pull this. I don't think that I would repurchase that as of now. For setting sprays, I use the Revlon Photo Ready. I love the mist on this, and I typically love, and I think that it does its job, but with that foundation, I just think that I probably needed the all-nighter setting spray. Speaking of the all-nighter setting spray, I am going to pull that just because I have that training, so you want to look your best. So I'm going to pull this one. And then for concealers, I used two. Well, I used a brightener and then a concealer. I used the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm almost out of this. Honestly, I probably wouldn't be able to use this on its own without this, just because there's still a little product in that. I really like this. I put the Becca brightening in like the very inner part of my under eye, and then this on top, and it works perfectly. Love it. But we are going to pull, I'm tempted to keep that in. No, for the sake of rotation, we're going to do the Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. I'm gonna pull that one. And that's all for this drawer. Okay, so this is my highlight, blush, bronzer, contour. I always keep in these two products. So I always keep in the Kat Von D Shading Light Contour Palette, just honestly, specifically for this shade right here in the middle for my under eyes. I haven't found anything else. I read in the comments someone else can agree that doesn't make their under eyes look like the desert. So yeah, this one, she's staying until there's a replacement. Let me know what I can replace her with. But I also keep in, this should have been pulled up at the top. I always keep in this Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I use it for touch-ups, and I didn't need to pull a setting powder. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let's put up this setting powder. This is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. It is amazing, gives you a veil. So we're gonna put that up and go back down to the other. We're back. And this week, I don't have to worry about picking my products around a eyeshadow palette because I'm not going to use an eyeshadow palette. Sounds crazy, bear with me. I'll explain it when we get to the lippy drawer. So let's see. That was my dog jumping on the bed. I'm going to pull, I think I want a pretty, what do I want? Do I want subtle? Actually, let's go with this. I haven't pulled this in forever. It's a very neutral one. Let's pull the Nude Stick and Illuminati. I don't have that much left of it. Look at that little stub. Let's see, get a swatch. It looks like that. I like pairing this one. I can use it on its own, but I love pairing it. So I'm gonna pull also the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. It's just a good oldie. You can see how much damage I've done there. But yeah, we're gonna pull this one. And then for blush last week, I really like this. This is MAC Well Dressed. It's probably my oldest blush. It's probably like 6 years old. This is really good for like just a little baby pink on there, like little baby doll. And we're gonna put this one back. I want a neutral blush. I feel like I had in mind what I was gonna pull. Okay, yeah, I did. So we're gonna pull this, what is this? Physicians Formula Butter Blush. And I can't not say that name. But it's just like a neutral color. It doesn't really show up that much on your cheeks, which is what I'm going for. And then for contour, what do I want to do? Actually, I haven't pulled this in like forever. So we are going to pull the Too Faced Cocoa Contour. I like to mix these two shades to contour and that to set my eyes. So we're going to pull that one, the lids, not the under eye. We're gonna pull that. And then for bronzers last week, I used the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. I've had this sample forever. It's lasted me a long time. I want my bronzer to like be on point. So let's pull the Too Faced Sweetheart Bronzer. It's probably my favorite. And is that all for this drawer? I have to put up this highlighter. So this highlighter was absolutely amazing. This is the ColourPop Villains Collection in Ursula. This, you could see that huge dip in it. I tried to use this, like I said, when I test out new products, I want to try them for everything. So of course I tried it as a highlighter, but then I wanted to see how it performed on the lid. So I tried to put it on the inner fourth. I'll insert that picture here. And as you can see, like it just crumbled because it's a very soft formula. I'll give you a little swatch. Like, I don't know, like it comes across like a purple duochrome, but it's very wearable, if that makes sense. But we are going to put this up. I would not use this as an eyeshadow. It did crumble. We're going to put that up. And that's all for this drawer. I can't wait to talk about this product. This was the Laura Geller Lash Boss. I opened this when I hauled it, so I knew that I had to pull it soon, and I was kind of disappointed because I had others that I would like to pull over this one. I'm so glad that I accidentally opened this. This is my absolute favorite mascara that I have. Hands down. I know it sounds crazy. I got it in a $5.99 set with 3 Laura Geller products that are actually favorites. But I don't know if you can see that wand, but it's just like, I don't know, like a comb. It's very plasticky. When I first applied it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to absolutely hate this. Just because it feels weird. It feels so weird. It feels like you're taking a plastic comb through your eyelashes. Not a pleasant feeling. Not that it hurts, but it's not typical, I don't think. Like, it kind of surprised me. But the separation that you get and the length, I have never had my eyelashes look that good, and that's without a primer, without anything. That was just with this. I don't see how this isn't talked about more, but yes, I will absolutely be pulling this in the future. I've been waiting to pull these for when I pull my bold lips, so we're going to do that this week. So we're going to do the CoverGirl Lash Blast Amplifying Primer and the Kush Milk Mascara. I don't like this mascara, the milk one, until it's almost out, and so there's not as much product on the wand like it is right now, so it doesn't come across clumpy, but I have never seen my lashes so dark as to when I use this. So it kind of looks like falsies in a sense without wearing falsies. So we're going to pull that for mascara. For eye primers, we're going to keep in this Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is going strong. It's been lasting forever, but I love it, so I'm not complaining. And then I pulled a lot of singles from this drawer. So I pulled my Maybelline Color Tattoo. I use this whenever possible because it's so close to drying out. I mean, you guys know how old those are. I also pulled my Stila Shimmer and Glow in Boheme. I'll insert those looks. This is the easiest BAM product that I have. So like what I mean is like it's the easiest application to make you look like your eyes just stand out, like you really took a lot of time on it. So I really, really love this. I used this the very first day, so love that. And then the ColourPop Villains in Jelly Eyeshadow and Spindle. I love this. I love that more than that Stila Shimmer and Glow. However, it is a harder one to apply to the eye. It takes a lot of work to get the product onto a brush and then onto the eye. It's a lot of work, but it's totally worth it. I'll insert those looks on the screen right now. I think I used this twice. I know I at least used it once. It just gives a very unique glitter, but also looks like a shadow. It's just like, it's just very unique looking. I really, really enjoyed it. And then for eyeliners, I'm just going to put back the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. We're not going to pull any under eye, like waterline ones, and we already have the Pixie one, so we don't need to pull anything. I've seen in the comments someone said go ahead and declutter. You're absolutely right. Like, it is paining my eyes. I hate to declutter stuff, but like this is just dried up. I will consider repurchasing it. It's the Rimmel Scandal Eyes, just the nude. I really liked it when it was working. I just forgot about it, so that's my fault. And then for brows, I use the Goof Proof. I will say I am perfecting this. As in, like, at the first, I just thought that I can get, like, a fluffy eye, which is primarily what you can get. But, like, if you push down really, really hard and stay really steady, you can get a pretty good looking eyebrow. So, yeah, we're going to put this up, and we're going to trade it out with the Too Faced Brow Envy. I have dyed blonde hair, so I use the blonde color for the front, and then the brunette for the back. And then there's the setting wax. Really like this. We're going to pull this. I'm not pulling any singles. Actually, I'm not pulling any eyeshadow, and I'm telling you why. My lippy drawer. I'm going to go ahead and put back my lippies from last week, well, the weeks before. So I found my Too Faced Melted in Melted Nude, which that was from 2 weeks ago. My Revlon one from 2 weeks ago. And then I used this one, which you'll see in those pictures. It's the only gloss that I'll... And so this is mostly what I use just because it's so easy. It gives your lips like a clear, juicy look, but like also with like a duochrome purple blue. And I'm going to keep in the Sephora Rose Hip Lip Balm. It works, but my lips are really dry. It might be getting adjusted to this formula or something, so I might consider pulling a different one. I have Invisalign, so they stay really, really dry, but I'm going to keep this in for this week. And this week, what I'm going for, so I had the idea of this when I went to Myrtle Beach and really couldn't do much with my eye look, but I pulled a bold lip, so it looked really, really good. And I want to be able to use these bold summer colors that I typically won't pull because I don't know how to pair them with the appropriate eyeshadow palette. So that's what we're doing. I know exactly where I'm going first. I've been waiting to use this. This is the Jeffree Star Liquid Lip in Watermelon Soda. I believe this was with a summer collection either last year or the year before. And that's what that looks like. Just a really cool pink. And then I know I want to use Clout. It's also the Jeffree. I think all the ones that I'm going to pull is going to be Jeffree. He's just known for his bold, like, very different colors, I believe. So yeah, we're going to use Clout. And then I'm going to pull this one in Anna Nicole. I just see myself doing the training in that. I work as a peer sports specialist, but like youth, and I'm also a project director, so I do a lot of trainings. So I have to find a way to be professional, but also still youthful and edgy, and I think Anna Nicole's going to give me that. And then I'm going to pull this Jeffree Star in Flamethrower. And that's what that color looks like, just like a orange. And so that's 4. I typically wear makeup about, I don't know, I would say like at least 6 days a week, sometimes 7. I feel like last week I wore it 7. Oh yeah. I remember which one I want to pull. So I'm also going to pull Jeffree Star and Fudge Pop. Now, this is a more wearable, I believe, but I tend to pull it in the fall. So, like, it's good for summer. It's good for fall. It's a really, really cool color, too. It's like a metallic brown. So I'm going to pull that. And then, you know what? I think that's all, because just in case I want to use one of those again, I can and not feel bad. I thought about pulling out one of these lavenders, but I think that I could do that in the fall along with like the blues. So yeah, there'll be a fall edition like this. And let's move on to the eyeshadow palette drawer. I just have to put up this MAC Classic Cutie. I'll insert any of the looks that well, actually, let me talk about it first. So this is a really good, just quick palette that also still packs a punch. Like, it's dependable. Now, something different that I did, one day I was wearing a black shirt and I used like these darker colors, which is something I've never done. I've never just done a look without the purples, because like you all know I gravitate towards my purples, and I'll put it on the screen right now. But it looked really, really cool and like really different, and something that I didn't expect to get from this palette. And then I'll just insert the looks that I haven't shown now. I always put this purple color right here, the matte one, in the transition, and it's a really, really good purple, like lavender color for the transition. Sometimes I'll use this white as the inner corner highlight, most of the time that I did. And yeah, it's just a really, really good palette. But we're going to put that one back. And like I said, I'm not pulling a palette this week. I do have palettes that I want to use before summer's over, but most of them are from the new drawer, because I feel like the other ones that I planned on pulling for summer down here can also work for fall. So I just want to use my summer ones when I can before summer's over. So yeah, that's all for this drawer. All the items that we pulled. I'm so excited for those Jeffree Star lippies. I'm excited for finally getting out that Maybelline powder, and maybe to use up that little sample primer. Let me know in the comments below some products that you are using this week. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.